Okay, now let's do a hands-on on branching and merging. Right? So first what we'll do is we're going to create a branch. How do we create a branch? It's very easy. You go to the master, you just right click, and over here you see something like create branch here. Right. Now we're going to name it. You can choose whatever names that kind of make sense, but you want your branch to represent what's the major idea of what you're going to do. In my case, what I will do is I'm going to make an update into the appetizer, and then I will over here I will put appetizer update. So that is kind of like the main idea of the branch, right? And then I hit enter. Now if you see, I have to use underscore here because branch cannot have space. So I have to use underscore, and usually underscore is underline. It's a fairly good practice for area that you cannot use space in programming, right? Now as you can see here, now for this commit you have two branches. Just basically it's meaning that the master branch has this commit, and then at the same commit here you have update appetizer update here. Now over here, if you see, you have also drop down like this. You want to make sure that you select the branch when you make changes. You don't want to make changes in the master. Remember, the idea is once we start working with branch, which is a good practice, always work on the branch instead of the master. Once you're done with your changes in the branch, then you will merge it back into the master. So we're going to select this. So now what are we going to do? We're going to open up our text editor, Notepad++ for me, right? And then we're going to open up the appetizer file. So this is what we've changed so far, right? That is what's showing in the last commit, and this is what we have now. I also have another file, if you remember, the additional text, so we can just copy and paste it, the additional data. I have a section here that shows this area here is used for branching lesson, right? So this is the text that we're going to add. We're going to do two commits. The commit number 1, we're going to add half tablespoon of spring roll dipping sauce, and then commit number 2 is put the sauce on the side for individual dipping, right? So let's work on this one first. So first, copy this, hit copy, and then I'm going to put it over here. So in the after it's finished, number 10, what I will do is I will put this, add half tablespoon of spring roll dipping sauce over here, and maybe it's probably a good idea to put spring roll sauce, right? So it makes sense. We prepare the ingredient, and then on step number 10 we're going to add the spring roll dipping sauce, right? So I'm happy with the changes, and I'm going to save it now. Let's go back to the Gitkraken. Now as you can see, there is a new work in progress for branch appetizer update. Not in the master anymore, but it is work in progress for this branch, because this is the branch that we selected, right? And in this file, if you see, these are the two lines that we added, right? I will stitch the file, and then I will add in here, add dipping sauce, and I'll just do a commit real quick, and then you will see over here now the master branch and the appetizer update branch is now separate. It means if we go back to the master branch, we are going back to this spot, but right now what we have is the appetizer update branch, which is one step ahead of it. So between the master branch now and the appetizer update, there is a different data already, different commit, right? Let's move on. Let's add another text to it and see what happened. Now over here in the commit number 2, it has or put the sauce on the side for individual dipping. I'm going to copy, and I'm just going to put it over here as an optional. Right, put it as number 11. I'm going to copy it, right, or put the sauce on the side for individual dipping, right? Perfect. This is what I want, right? And then I save it. Now let's go back to the Gitkraken again. Now as you see, there is another work in progress because we make the changes to this file. Let's take a look. We add number 11, right? So I just stage it, and then over here I'm just going to put optional dipping method, and then dipping source the side. Okay, and I'm going to commit it. If you see on this, there are two commits that's related to this branch. It's away from the master. How do we merge it back? It's very easy in the Gitkraken. What you need to do is just click on this one and just drag it into the master. That's how you merge it. And then it'll ask you, do you want to merge or do you want to rebase? We're going to discuss about the difference between merge and rebase later, but for now, just choose merge. So merge appetizer update into master. Let's see what happened. You see, we branch it over here, we create two commit, and then this is the merge. So this is how visually it will look like if you are doing branching. Alright? Now, I have the main course and the desserts that I need to do branching and merging as well. Instead of I'm doing it, I'll challenge you to do it as a homework assignment. Right? So please do the step-by-step that I did on this appetizer on the other two files. This is the kind of lesson that you really need to have a hands-on. The more you're doing it, the more you will grasp the idea even better, and then you'll also remember it better that way. Okay, if you're stuck or you have any question, you can go to the section that says homework solutions, and then over there I'm going to do step by step on how I'm going to do the other two, but try to do it yourself. Okay, if you have any question, you can also post it down in the forum, and then I'll respond to it as soon as possible.